Hello everybody, this is Terry Jeanette with the Tapping Flamingo, and in today's video we're going to talk cruising. The subject is what room to book. Now I have notes here so you'll see me going back and forth, but I want to make sure I get all the information that you need in order to book the perfect room for you. That being said, it depends on what type of cruiser you are and what ship you're sailing as to which room is best for you. We've been on several cruises, and the last several years I have videotaped our room, and I will put a link to each one of them in the comment section, so I hope you go check those out. By the way, I would appreciate it if you give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Anyway, let's move on. The first thing you need to do when trying to figure out which room you want to book is to think about your surroundings. Personally, we like to be close to the elevator. Many people do not like to be close to the elevator because they say there's too much traffic. I don't really see that there's really that much traffic, but the reason we like to be close to the elevators and the stairs is because you just pop right out of your room and there you are to go wherever you need to go pretty quickly. You don't have to go down the long stretch of hallway that they have. But you need to check and see where the Lido deck is, because that can be pretty noisy. Our very first cruise, we actually were under the Lido deck, which really wasn't an issue until at night, because about midnight, that's when the workers were up there cleaning the deck and they dragged the chairs. And that was really an issue for me. Midnight being woken up by all night long. It only lasted maybe, a few minutes, but still, it woke us up. Another thing you need to check out, dining. Do you want to be close to the dining area where you can just pop out of your room and you're off to the dining? Or does it bother you if you have to walk a ways? It doesn't really bother me either way. Shows, where are the shows? Do you want to be quick to go to the shows? Also, some of the ships, they actually close those areas down and turn them into a dance bar at night that goes till maybe 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Reason I know this is because we were actually right above where they have the shows, and YMCA, bump, 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 gets a little old. I did have to call them to at least see if they could turn down the bass, which they did, but it still didn't help any. So throughout the whole cruise, we were up while that particular casino was open. I have since cruised on that ship, and they no longer do that. So it may have been an issue for many people, and so they quit doing that. But, you still want to keep in mind where that is. Two cruises ago, we were right under the galley, and that is a very noisy place at night. I felt like I was at a bowling tournament. A lot of rolling around of something. I don't know what it was. Some people do not want to be near the casino for various reasons. I have heard that it's noisy. I have not been in a room over the casino, but I have walked through the halls over the casino. I don't really hear the noise, but I do smell the smoke. It can really, really be bad. And if you're like me, very allergic to cigarette smoke, that may be an issue for you. You don't want to have to get off the ship having a cough like I have had in the past. And those coughs can last up to a year. Anyway, so just kind of look around. The other thing is seasickness. If seasickness is the only thing keeping you from cruising, don't let it stop you, because more than likely you are probably not going to get seasick. My husband gets seasick very easily. He has only been sick once on a ship, and that is because he wore the patch too long. That's what made him sick. He no longer even wears the patch. We've actually even been in a hurricane before on a cruise ship, and it did not bother him. My sister also gets seasick very, very easily. She's even gotten seasick on a virtual game. So it's pretty bad. But she's cruised and has never had an issue with seasickness. My mother-in-law, she gets car sick very easily, and we were worried about her when we took her on a cruise several years ago. And she brought her Dramamine, but she never needed to use it. So, again, if you're worried about seasickness, try going. Just maybe go on a 3-day cruise and see if it bothers you. But if you really want to make sure you're in a room that will help you avoid that feeling of seasickness, the best place to be is midship and as low as you can be. Midship low, because that is the place where there's less movement of the ship. If you're on one side or the other, one end or the other, or if you're up high, you're going to get a lot of that movement. So that is a big tip for those of you who suffer from seasickness. All right. Many of you like to book last minute. And when you do that, more than likely you're going to wind up in an inside cabin. Personally, I don't want to be on an inside cabin. I have talked to people who have been on inside cabins, and our kids have actually been in them, and they're really not all that bad. The only complaint that I have heard, unless you're claustrophobic, of course, is that it's hard for them to tell what time it is because it's dark all the time. You don't have a window that, brings in the sunlight, and you may be sleeping into noon, 1 o'clock, and you're thinking it's early in the morning. So that's something that was a big negative of a couple of people that I talked to that had an inside cabin. But most people that book inside, they said, we're not in our room very often. We go there to sleep, and we like the nightlife, so we're not in there that much at night. And we get up early and head out to the deck and sleep on the deck in the sun. So, if that's the type of cruiser you are, book a inside cabin. My favorite is actually a Cove Balcony. Most ships don't have them. What they are, they're usually on deck 2, so they're lower. They're close to the water. And I'll post a video of what that's like. And you're right under the lifeboat. So it is kind of like a cove, almost like a cave. It's not claustrophobic. I have claustrophobia, so I do not find it claustrophobic at all. But to me, it's very relaxing. I just love to sit there on the deck there, on the balcony, and just listen to the water and watch it. And I just love them. But they go fast. So if you want to book a Cove Balcony, my suggestion is book early. Now, last year was the first year we actually splurged for a suite. We originally booked a junior suite, and then prices went down, so we inquired on upgrading. And because our category was sold out, we did not qualify to get anything off. But my sister called back and surprised us with a grand suite. And boy, were we spoiled. That was the nicest room. And it was on the Carnival Sunshine. And like I said, I'll put a link to that room. You can go check it out. But there's only 3 of us in there. So we had plenty of room. We did yoga every single day in our room. This year, we have actually booked a spa suite. And when we booked it, we didn't realize that only 2 people can benefit from from all the different benefits. I hate to use that word over and over, that the spa suites come with. You have to pay extra for the 3rd person to get any of these benefits. And it makes me sad because when I looked them up, so you get free access to the saunas, the whirlpools, the heat rooms. There is a therapy pool. You do have upgrades on robes and shoes, which we probably won't use those anyway. But the soap and the shampoo is an upgrade. And you get discounted spa treatments, which I don't know if we'll ever really use those. But you do get 2 complimentary classes of Pilates and 2 of yoga. which my sister and I may want to use those. But my mom will probably want to benefit from the therapy pool. I wouldn't mind being in the therapy pool myself. We probably all would like that. I don't like whirlpools, but my mom likes whirlpools. She doesn't like the heat rooms and the saunas, and I do. So it's not like we can actually share it, because once you specify who are the top two in that room, they're the ones that get all the benefits. So I don't know what we're going to do about that. Hopefully, maybe we can finagle our way to get a third one for free. I'd rather have that than have a complimentary wine or champagne that we usually get, because I don't drink that. So I'd probably rather have the benefit of an extra spa pass. But anyway, we will do several videos on reviews of our room and our ship, which is the Carnival Breeze, that we will be sailing in May of 2019. So stay tuned shortly after that period for videos on my YouTube channel and my sister's, which is the Crafty Princess, Tammy Pally. I hope this helps you when you're trying to figure out what room to book. If you have any questions, ask. I'll try to answer them. If not, I'll see if I can find a website that will help you. Anyway, I need to go, and I hope you all have a great day. This is Terry Jeanette with Tapping Flamingo signing out for now. Bye-bye. This is the last night of our 8-day cruise on the Carnival Magic, May 2017. Looks like we have a little rain in the distance there. Look how close to the water we are. Have a nice time.